very good morning to all our viewers, wherever you may be tuning in from, and welcome to Bougainville Parliament TV. Your host, Lynn Gegera, I'll be with you, bringing you coverage of the last day of Parliament sitting here at Kubu. Today being Friday, the 19th of December 2025, and this morning will be, hopefully this would be our final day, and we welcome you to be part of this sitting this morning. Okay, very quickly, Parliament sitting had started on Tuesday the 16th of December. And then it continued on to Wednesday, the 17th. On the 17th, there were the members of Parliament were allowed, given time to make statements, and out of which we had statements from the President, Honorable Ismail Torwama. And then we had a statement from the Minister for Agriculture and Livestock, Honorable Clarence Dempsey. And then we had also ministerial statement from Honorable Patrick Nisira, Minister for Infrastructure and Utilities. This was formerly known as Technical Services. The name has changed to Infrastructure and Utilities. So these ministers were able to present their statements, giving an update of their departments, and of course a presidential statement from Honorable Ismail Torwama. And debates had continued on those statements. And yesterday, Thursday the 18th, we were able to have the Minister for Health present her statement in the morning, which was later debated in the afternoon. And the later part of the afternoon yesterday, we had the Minister for Finance and Treasury, Honorable Albert Punghao, who presented the budget speech. Okay, so Honorable Albert Punghao was able to present the budget speech yesterday, and then Parliament had adjourned to today. So this morning we are awaiting the members of the Parliament to come into the chambers, and then the morning session should start today. Yesterday, after the budget speech was presented and adjourned, they had agreed to come back this morning and debate on the budget. So we will be starting the discussions on the budget this morning when the Parliament resumes. On the map, you're stopping in one time, welcoming you along this final day of Parliament sitting here on Bougainville Parliament House, on Kubu. We bringing you live coverage, this all sitting here along Bougainville Parliament TV on YouTube channel Mipla. Suppose you've been working start por mani Mipla yet long Tuesday time sitting is starting coming up now. Mipla talk thank you na suppose you work joining Mipla long display morning. Mipla welcome you to long display sitting where by you not look him na witness him all members Yumi inside all leaders play inside lo Parliament Yumi where you work on discuss him this budget 2026 budget plan autonomous Bougainville government. Okay, so as the Honorable Albert Punghao and maybe present him making budget speech na this budget speech me make him me align one-time Vision 2052, Bougainville Integrated Strategic Development Plan 2023 to 2027, the Bougainville Constitution, the Bougainville Peace Agreement, and transition process under the Melanesian Agreement. So this background likely lo budget emi stop also one or emi align one time this Vision 2052. Okay. This la budget paper too. This la budget paper too. Emi look long. Emi introduce him. The paper introduces a comprehensive reform agenda focused on three core national agendas, and that's political independence, economic independence, and good governance. Okay, it sets an ambition target of 100 million kina in internal revenue by the end of 2026 through systemic revenue enhancement measures and economic activation strategies. Okay, so sampla lo tok long this la budget long 2026 emi look all sem 1m. Okay. Okay, sampla all facts na considerations. You got triple core national agendas. This la triple core national agendas also me call in Pinis. This la paper, budget paper, the paper mandates that all government planning and budgeting align with these three core national agendas. The political independence, one, implementation of the Melanesian Agreement, constitutional development, building core state functions, civic education, and leadership capacity development. Number two, core national agenda, economic independence, and under the economic independence, activation of major resource projects such as Panguna Gold Refinery, fisheries, plantations, broad-based economic expansion, workforce development, and private sector strengthening. Number three, core national agenda, lo good governance. Underneath lo good governance, public financial management reform, accountability, institutional strengthening, ethical leadership, and improved service delivery in education, health, law, and order. So, as statement on Honorable Albert Punghau, Minister of Finance and Treasury, and maybe in Meki Master, display all key triple core national agendas where this la budget and by look long address him on 2026. Okay. Revenue enhancement strategy, you may look this la. Now you may lusim lo have past them. Speaker blon parliament come inside law chambers. So now by me go inside long chambers lo join him all members. Viewers, we had the Deputy Speaker of the Parliament, Honorable Rose P. Hay, had come into the chambers. Unfortunately, there is no quorum. There's no quorum in the chambers, and so the House has been suspended for 15 minutes to give time for the rest of the members of Parliament, including the ministers, to come into the chambers, and then our Parliament session for this morning should resume. So suppose you've been looking all speaker you come inside now go out back this like minimal you may not got quorum inside long lo chambers, plenty lo member na lo minister, only no come inside yet lo chambers. So only suspending past them for 15 minutes. For 15 minutes, give him time long. All get the members or ministers lo come inside, and then by this plus session blow you me by start long today, Friday, number 19 day blow moon, December 2025. Okay, na supposed to work on harem pla o you joining me plan now to sol this la local semba final day blown sitting blow this pla year 2025 na aste only been presenting ABG budget 2026. Honorable Minister of Finance and Treasury, Honorable Albert Punghao, and maybe presenting this 2026 budget, lo budget speech blong aste na House been adjourned to today. Na this morning time Parliament resume by only now discuss or debating this budget. Na also maybe no talk long just before we just before you maybe go lot chambers. This 2026 budget lo ABG me focus long comprehensive reform agenda and me focus on 3 core national agendas. Political independence, economic independence, na good governance. So this budget me focus on this 3 core national agendas. Also me talk political independence, economic independence, na good governance. Okay. This all 3 core national agendas. Where paper I'm presenting master, this paper I'm giving mandates that all government planning and budgeting align. So all get the government planning na budgeting must align one time this 3 core national agendas. Na also me talk and political independence, economic independence, na good governance. Underneath the political independence, look long implementation of the Melanesian Agreement, constitutional development, building core state functions, civic education and leadership capacity development. Under economic independence, we look on activation of major resource projects, including Panguna Gold Refinery, fisheries, now plantations, broad-based economic expansion, workforce development, and private sector strengthening. And under good governance, we look on public financial management reform, accountability, institutional strengthening, ethical leadership, and improved service delivery in education, health, and law and order. So this 2026 budget, we align one time all this or look on come up in all this all 3 core national agendas underneath law political independence, economic independence, na good governance. Time Parliament is have a sit down on last plus sitting blong on every year and the final sitting and the look law budget for the new year. So this parliament, this last parliament this year, purposely blon discussing budget. But time been starting session on Tuesday. This budget books been come up on time. The printing was done in Port Moresby. Na all budget books been come on time. So sitting been start on Tuesday. I go lo Wednesday, only give him time long all members lo make him all reports, committee reports or statements na long Wednesday. You may been harim statement, presidential statement. President Blayumi, Honorable Ismail Toroma, and we been make him talk long on the Wednesday. na behind longem Minister blon Agriculture and Livestock Honorable Clarence Dempsey been making statement longem lo molo policies or liwoklon like come up him or may wait long only by implement him or need him support lo government lon implement him kind of same so being statement blon Minister blon Agriculture and Livestock Honorable Clarence Dempsey. Now behind the statement blon you may been having ministerial statement blon Honorable Patrick Nisira who said now I may look out him Ministry blon Infrastructure na Utilities. Okay, infrastructure na utilities. Before or past time, only been sa kolim loan technical services, Ministry of the Technical Services. This the name is Senis. Now only kolim also infrastructure na utilities. So Honorable Patrick Nisira, also Minister, look out him this section and maybe nina loan make him statement long. When will come up inside of this ministry, along look long all roads, all projects, all bridges, this statement blon Minister Nisira maybe in upload making this all update come. Behind long this triple statements, House been workload debating, workload debate on top of this all statements. Na long Thursday aste, may been got Minister blon Health, Honorable Delutz Semoso, and may been walking statement blongam lo morning, and been making statement blongam. Na debate on top of this last statement, and may been continue on earlier part of the afternoon session. Na along aste too, all this budget books have been come up. All budget books have been come up lo balus aste na long avinon later part of the afternoon session. Minister of Finance and Treasury Honorable Albert Punghau have been presenting this budget speech blongam. And after law speeches blongam budget speech blongam, House have been urgent to today. So this morning House come inside. That's all inorat quorum, norat planting member been stopped. So only suspend him for 15 minutes. Suspending for 15 minutes. Lo give him time, lo all get all the members lo come inside lo chamber. He must got close to 15 to 20 members by must present. At least 25 members by must stop inside long chambers law sitting by start. Suppose any less than that, sitting by non stop. So that's what me referring to say that in at quorum. Okay, suppose 25 members or more is stop, and by sitting is start time. Deputy Speaker Honorable Rose Pihei come inside law chambers. Plenty all see. Me stop nothing, all the member, now all the minister no stop, and so me suspend him sitting for 15 minutes. Lo give him time, long all narapla lo come in. Me believe, I think Bougainville Executive Council must work lo been meeting, so you mean no looking plenty all the minister is stop on chambers. But look me, one or two ministers only come inside Penis. Minister of Finance and Treasury, Honorable Albert Punghau is in the precinct. We still have other ministers have not come in yet, but like I said, Minister for Finance and Treasury, Honorable Albert Punghau is in the chambers. The others are yet to come, including Honorable the President, Honorable Ishmael Toroma, also the Leader of Government Business and Minister for Public Service, Honorable Thomas Pataku is yet to come, and also the Minister for Infrastructure and Utilities, Honorable Patrick Nisira. Those that sit on the front of the chamber next to the speakers have not come in as yet. Okay. Also, during the start of the sitting, when the sitting started on Tuesday, isagat all notice also, all talk service also make him, na including all apologies. So suppose you know bin waklo Harim or looking Vice President Bluyumi lon start blon sitting and maybe in Salem apology blong ami come inside. Also emi bin sick leave blo this sitting long emi bin sick na emi no attending this sitting start long Tuesday yet to come. But today being the budget sitting, suppose emi alright, no good by me look mem lon tete. You may just stop now, you may look, but yes, Honorable Ezekiel Massad, unfortunately, emi sick na emi no come lo this last triple session, but hopefully we hope to see him today if he is feeling better to come in and join the sitting. But viewers and listeners, wherever you may be in tune, suppose you will harim lon watch him lo north, central, na south. Maybe welcoming you na across the globe if you are also tuning in, and mainland PNG as well. We welcome you. Also, we take note of the regional member for Bougainville, Honorable Peter Tsamalili Jr. Is just walking into the chambers this morning. Yes, viewers, we have the regional member, Honorable Peter Tsamalili Jr. He will be sitting in for this budget session. Yes, we are seeing him at the Parliament chambers this morning. Okay, he is the first of the national members to come in to this sitting this morning. Na time mi wak tok me look him Deputy Clarky walk lo come inside. You may look lo all narapla all members too by walk lo come in, but lo this final sitting blon Bougainville Parliament House. You may look him Honorable Peter Tsamalili Jr. From the National Parliament is here with us. He's the first of the national members to be joining us in this final session of Bougainville Parliament. You may look to if all naraplo national members limit to by joining you me, but yes, emi stop on time you meet tete. Na lon this session suppose you join me plan out to sol this lukosem by me talk lon ino lukosem by you me discuss him now this 2026 ABG budget. Discussions will be on this morning, so stay tuned with us as we bring you live coverage of that when the session starts this morning. If you just joined us, the statement by the Minister for Finance and Treasury, Honorable Albert Punghao, was presented yesterday. A statement was done yesterday afternoon and House was adjourned. We look forward to the debates of the budget this morning when the House resumes. Okay, so we are seeing the members come in, members and ministers coming into the chambers. So like I said, if we have a head count of 25 members or more present in the chambers, then our session for this morning will start. Otherwise, if the number is still less than that, if we do not have enough have the quorum, then we won't be starting as yet. But you may look save long olusat is stop inside. Karamotu we won't sing out yet. If you hear the beating of the garamut, that is a signal or a sign calling the leaders to come to the meeting. There's several beatings of the garamut already, and we are waiting for the House or the members, those that are not here yet to come in, and then the sitting will start. But quickly, very quickly, we can see we have the member for Mahari, Honorable Caroline Polly, is seated. I think she is one of the 4 females that's already inside the chambers this morning. Okay, and sitting next to her, we have the member for Tsitalato constituency, Honorable John Bosco Ragu, also seated in the chamber. And next to him we have Honorable Justine Borja, member for South Nasioi in Central Bougainville. And of course, like I mentioned, the Minister for Finance and Treasury, Honorable Albert Punghao, is one of the ministers already in the chambers this morning. Also acknowledging Honorable Robert Hamalsawa from Hagogohe constituency. As you can see, he's chatting with the regional member and National Minister for Police, Honorable Peter Tsamalili Jr., who is in the house this morning. And we have a serious discussion going on here. Member for Paid constituency, Honorable Hubert Matara, member for Paid constituency, and with him we have Honorable Raymond Naisi, member for Tewa constituency, and we have member for Lato, who is also the Minister for Community Development, Honorable Honorable Melvin Wilolopa, Minister Blon Community Development. Maybe come inside. And and we have the member for Bolave, Honorable Justine Bonai, who's also in the Parliament chambers this morning. And as we are speaking, we see the Leader of Government Business and Minister for Public Service, Honorable Thomas Pataku, has come in, and Minister for Education and Commerce, Trade and Economic Development, Honorable Robin Wilson too, had walked into the chambers. So yes, we are seeing our members slowly coming into the chambers this morning, and our time is at 23 past 10 Bougainville Standard Time. Wherever you're tuning in from, we thank you so much for being with us. And yes, this is the final sitting for the Bougainville Parliament, and we are bringing you live this coverage from Bougainville Parliament TV. Okay. Yes, this morning we have the other members of Parliament walking in. Honorable Theresa. No, sorry. I beg your pardon. Honorable Amanda Masono, Minister for Climate Change, Marine and Climate Change, yes. She has just walked in. She had sent her apologies for the last 3 sittings. She was out on duty travel, but she joins us today or this morning on the final session. which is a very important session for this morning, and that's the budget session. And we will be, yes, so this is the important session here this morning, where they will be discussing the ABG budget. And also in the chambers, we have Honorable Ismail Torama, our president, is in the chambers this morning, having a chat with the Minister for Lands, Honorable John Henry Potabu. Honorable John Henry Potabu, Minister for Lands, is having a chat with our president, Honorable Ismail Torama, in the chambers. So looks like we have a quorum. We have a quorum this morning. And sa procedure ni may planato sol displa final session lo Parliament sitting lo yumi inside lo Bougainville. Luko sa may last plawan lo displa year 2025 na lo displa day today by me igat disla budget session discussion lo ABG olong budget lo Bougainville o ABG budget 2026. So display session by me got tete morning asti afternoon only been minister blon finance and been presenting statement blong budget speech blong na tete time session I start by me harim now all debates blon display budget. So aste first reading, second reading blon budget only been presenting, and then minister been making budget speech blong lo aste avinon tisla been finishing session lo aste na tete morning only been agree all same time only come inside pa discussions or debate on now long display 2026 budget. So wherever you're in tuned with us, if you are watching us from across mainland PNG or across the globe from other parts of the world around the country, we welcome you to Bougainville Parliament TV, where we're bringing you the live coverage of the Parliament sittings since Tuesday this week. Today being the final day, this would be our budget session where our members of Parliament will be discussing the ABG 2026 ABG budget. So that is happening this morning. In the chambers, we have the members of the Parliament from the constituencies, also the regional members representing the women and the veterans in the chambers. And also we acknowledge the presence of the regional member and National Minister for Police, Honorable Peter Tsamalili Jr., who is the only national member that is in the Parliament this morning. And our viewers, we are now witnessing the arrival of the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Rose Pihay, has just come in and taken her seat, and we will now join them in the Parliament.
Papa God, you are holy, you are immortal, you are supreme, you are the creator, and you are the only God on this whole wide world. Olsem namiplay tok hamamaslo you. We praise you, we glorify your name. We now ask you to come before us and be with us the whole day today as we are about to debate the most important segment of our people's future, and that is the 2026 budget, which the Minister for Treasury and Finance will deliver this morning. Father, continue to guide us, and importantly, you will give him divine intervention so that we truly assist our people through the debate of this budget. Father, I'm here, lick prayer. me ask him inside lo good pla name blo pikin ni blo Jesus and me master na savior blo mi pla. Let's now recite the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, so that we forgive those trespasses. Amen. The power and the glory are yours now and forever. Amen.
Members, you may now be seated. Honorable President, Vice President, Ministers and other members of the House, I welcome you all to this last day of the sitting. In the chamber too, we also have our regional member for Bougainville, and I also want to acknowledge our regional member for Bougainville, Minister for Police, who is here with us today. Honorable members, I call on the Leader of Government Business to seek leave of the House to move a motion to suspend standing orders.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Honorable members and ministers, this morning we want to move a motion so that we can either exit lunch and go on to debate, and whenever we pass the budget, we can go. It would also mean that even if we adjourn earlier, we still need to amend that standing orders. So, honorable members, if we pass this budget before lunch too, we can exit. And there won't be any lunch. I'm suspending lunch. We'll go through lunch. Whenever we pass the budget, we will rise to adjourn. Thank you, honorable members. I will now go through the suspension notice. Suspension of Standing Order 24. Madam Acting Speaker, I seek leave of the House to move a motion to suspend Standing Orders 24, requiring the House to suspend sitting at 12 noon and resuming at 2 p.m. to allow the House to rise at the completion of its priority business. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Is leave granted? Leader of Government Business, please proceed.
Madam Deputy Speaker, I move that the Standing Orders 24 relating to hours of sitting requiring the House to suspend sitting at 12 noon and resuming at 2 p.m. be suspended to allow the House to rise at the completion of its priority business. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker.
Honorable members, the question is that the motion be agreed to. All those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Honorable members, I now call on the clerk to read the orders of the day.
Madam Acting Speaker, as per the resolution passed by the House yesterday, reordering the order of business on Friday, the 19th December 2025, government business take precedence over other business. Order of the day, the resumption of the debate on the second reading question that the bill now be read the second time. Motion moved by the Minister for Treasury and Finance. Thank you, Madam Acting Speaker.
Honorable members, resumption of debate on business item number 25 on second reading, motion moved by the Minister for Finance and Treasury. Debate resumes. Honorable Member Foha, go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to support the ABG budget presented by the Minister for Finance, Honorable Albert Pung Hau. Madam Speaker, I would like to acknowledge the budget presented by the Minister for Treasury and Finance as being fair to us as the government. The budget is clear about the allocations made by the national government to us ABG, but as officially stated by the Minister, the budget cuts that makes up the areas carried over years after year must be corrected. Madam Speaker, we need to have a sound financial strength every year to fund our development aspects like infrastructure development, economic, social, health, and education. Refer to Table 2, RDG areas worth 100 million. Madam Speaker, my statement also refers us to Phase 3 of 3.0, Part C, that says reappropriated balances from prior years totaling 276,980,000 is drawn from 2020 to 2025 balances. Madam Speaker, my point is this practice needs to be corrected somehow, that as a government can really achieve our objectives and goals to complete matters of infrastructure to satisfy our priorities. Madam Speaker, the theme of the national budget, security and growth, is far from being satisfactory when we look at the history of the allocations and areas that needs to be corrected. In fact, our security and our growth is stagnant and needs to be pushed so we could reach our IDs. Our aspirations, Madam Speaker, of independence readiness will continue to be affected if matters in areas are not brought up to date for the ABG can pursue. In our own budget, many development aspects planned for every year, especially in our 2026 budget. Madam Speaker, our internal revenue is very low compared to our aspirations for development, and we need to improve very much on that area of raising revenue for ABG. Madam Speaker, this means our economic departments must make it their business to collaborate and cooperate meaningfully to address matters that will give us a boost up on our internal budget. The 46,745,000 is just not enough to move us forward in a tangible manner. As I speak, as we are here at the budget session, our checks are being bounced or dishonored by the bank as we do not have sufficient funds to cover our expenses. Madam Speaker, this is exactly what I'm alluding to us when we don't raise enough revenue locally. When we talk about independence readiness, this must be fully supported by a strong budget background. Madam Speaker, we must have a strong revenue tail based on an activity or company that can give us revenue in a form of tax or other incentives to boost our budget. Madam Speaker, the budget allocation from the national government, I may repeat it again, is good but has had bad side effects of errors that sometimes doesn't reach us in time to alleviate our financial burden. Mr. Speaker, I would like to conclude by acknowledging the Minister for Treasury and Finance, Honorable Albert Pung Hau, for his presentation of the budget and the hard-working staff of the department for completing the budget for the tabling this week. So, Madam Speaker, we like appeal long house that we need to pass this budget, knowing fully that all constituencies throughout the whole entire region, you have been allocated 1 million kina. Each la implementing mga projects inside ng constituencies. On that note, take note, Minister for Finance. We like to also, all our members, including you ministers, we have some areas from the 1 million from 2024 and 2025, the full 1 million, some members have not been funded. And next year is going to be another 1 million. I strongly believe, Minister for Finance, that each and every one of us, we might be having 2-point-something million, depending on how you have been funded throughout your 1 million from 2024. And as I speak, I also have 255,000 kina from 2024 as areas. But I believe, members, we have seen it in our budget presentation yesterday. The RDG areas from 2024-2025 is also reflected and depending entirely on some funds that the national government has got to give to us. The time must consent. Kami appeal the House. The Honorable Minister for Police is here with us. Kami appeal lo kokes yung work lo kamapim tete. Let's set this out. Na you meet go straight in our side. We are Bougainvillean leaders. Sort this out. You may straighten this la money. People blow you may walk low weight. Walk low weight. You may need to straighten this la money here. Those areas that I'm alluding to, lo you may, and walk low pass one time this 125 million. So me appeal strong lo you may. Now before me finish, me like to thank you, Lord President. Thank you so much, President, for your bold statement yesterday. We are going to open Panguna Mine, Lord Junicam. We've suffered the consequences of Panguna Mine. Bloodshed has been caused. Pablo Yumi Loyoro, Bratablo me, big plawok, you must make him not talk to people. No can surrect this last statement. The President has said it. The Honorable House, you will get a stop here. The people blow Yumilo constituency. Bring him this last statement to go out of people blow Yumilo region. We've suffered the consequences of this crisis. And we want to bankroll this independence with Panguna Mine. Yumilo get a masabe, plenty funding blow Yumilo national government. It's not going to come forward. You need to showcase him also, you may increase him. Internal revenue blow Yumi. It's a big challenge. Lo Yumi lo this time. Internal revenue 46 million, point something. Now 6 million, you will not meet him. Last year, you put him low budget, it's more than 51 to 52 million low budget, you mean. Now it come down, which only means that we are not doing enough. Low economic activity, low department, you mean. Now is the time, and the time is right for us. And together, ministers, departments, all our members of the House, let's put our heads together. Now you be training president, you be open Panguna Mine and bankroll our independence. And clear? Blood blowing will get the capside load is something. One you pass. We've spent more than 30 million out from Lotram negotiate law open this mine. MOUs, all agreement you will sign him enough with it. And I'm happy to note yesterday that President is up. Now we will open the mine long June. President, the people whom I represent, Lahago constituency, we will continue to support you. Mipla by supporting you, law open this mine. So one time this Madam Speaker, we like repeating again, Honorable House, let's pass this budget. No one other government since we started 2005 is allocating 1 million to go all constituencies. This is the only government under the regime of Honorable President. Nisira government, Kamlo Masad government, you may come up in this 1 million. Now, thank you. Now, we give him big plateau thank you straight for the oversight, and people can actually feel the presence. Leadership, President, they come down, implementation, projects, I think one time this, Madam Speaker, as usual, and this is the last session of Parliament, I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of my very wonderful people of Hawaii constituency to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a happy, prosperous 26. And take care, stay safe in this Christmas. Am I right? And thank you so much, our regional member, very hardworking, National Minister for Police, to be here, attend them budget session long this week. Thank you so much, and God will continue to bless us all.
Honorable Member for Suir.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. May talk thank you too long, Honorable Minister of Finance and Treasury, lo display budget and present him lo aste. Really, me no got something lo adulong lo budget.
what was given in there, I mean, up, lo supporting all people below me, through lo display 1 million allocation lo last year, now maybe lo 2024 as well. So, in a nutshell, I think that should be enough to help people along many maneuver within law next year. However, I got some observations too, me like when we out in Pasam, you minister, you can hire him too. Since this allocation of 1 million was introduced in 2024, under the regime of the last government, there was no proper monitoring and evaluation of all members all been working using this money. A lot of members all been using good through. But there are a few all not been using good this money. You know, been got good monitoring and evaluation of how all been using this funding. Some all money is only go personal on use only. Only use this money lo buy car, lo name long gaman, and yet all got all this vehicle is yet. How are you going to recoup those assets, Logaman? Those vehicles must be returned, come back, Logaman. Under the name of community government, so these vehicles were purchased. These assets, are sending Logaman. Now we need to take care of those things. You talk, you know, got money, and I suppose we continue to misuse him, legally funding you got. You will bagara people in Bougainville. So, I am cautioning all of us sitting here. The next time around, next year, we must use this money wisely. Supporting people below me. I don't know why government giving me 1 million kina, but I think I know why. Maybe the normal budget process, say helping me too much. That is why the members took it upon themselves for last house, long giving more let this for 1 million kina. That is good. If we have to use it wisely, that's good. All good. Because I'm the only one road where you can supporting people. Thank you, straight last plagaman lo meeting slabok. Now all members been using good. Thank you, straight supporting people in Bougainville. One constituency you come long. Lo samla lo mi play stop was the source. That's why I'm people complain stop, yeah. Now I can put in straight law, I need that vehicle to help me walk through my independence readiness programs. If I don't have that vehicle, by next year, you don't have to give me much sitting here. Me talking people already. In protest, probably not come sitting much. Take my word. I want that vehicle to help me move around, walk long gamma plus from me. Geographically, I'm plus from me and Paul Mountain man too, yeah. Some people I need to go come, bush and more. So I need to talking about some, I think monitoring and evaluation and big plus something all projects me play implementing this plan money. One plan plus something me know what bell through. Now, honorable member of Mary Lo Central, supposed to ask you a question, I said, I'm looking at me have a mass. Close to council last year, lo ADG, so 50,000 kina hello on Blackwater, yeah. Government has been passing with the account all members, and stop open or something close to, I think I'm to become back nomination for elections. Me talking me plalo swear, me stop red balance. Because there was no stoppage of withdrawals of the accounts of this time. Me can think no time lo me plalo 10,000 go down. As soon as we already go elections, also accounts pass. Or stop him. You don't have to withdraw again lo up. The last withdrawal that people make me sure last year, 1st of July, 6 days away from nominations. How do you take that? 48,000 down the drain. Now, me kissing because sila kain muni sa ngayon. Today, me stop lo here, me stop straight one them. Try play heavy. No got money helping people. Me start finish lo use him. Lick fortnight mixing ya. Ego. Today, as me speak, body lo pa policeman lo miya and by God lo place now. Na me disable straight lo finance lo help him all. That body has been lying there more 3 months. Now today, police fixing all the place. After me bugim all na, me no help him all trangu. So that is why we will talk. Suppose all this accounts have been closed. I could use that money to help him with this local and work also now. But anyway, Honorable Acting Speaker, all in all, me talk thank you, Finance Minister. We got some projects in tablo up. We just work comment on tablo this floor how you can improve him. Look, people, you me, leaders. The buck stops with us. Suppose you start making about. Then you can complain all line down the line. Because all you start level you can complain to me, but what not making something. Honorable members, I think budget me was honorable blog talk. I mean, it look good like me because we got all this legal money stuff. You know, legal people are money 1 million kina. Now some of us already start finish so allocating projects where you need lo supporting people like me. Lo project areas where you need look. So me talk thank you lo government lo display allocation will lo continue give him. I'm just cautioning us all long trying to make him eat in a way that people benefit good long him. People can complain lo side na stop lo aposem lo case lo mipla. Lo 5 years ago finish you play it sabe. Wala ni stop lo last house. Big problem. No one knows all the millions have been stopped. Yeah, you go place, they go away. Talk at money, sabe? Talk at the project you close to money, you come no so me will talk him slagama now, Sam. Usat only suppose to look for SS program, me by me like it's like within the next 3 months. I am not only register him too because the money belong to man and it's not with them private money. So, Honorable Acting Speaker, thank you, Minister, for this budget for you, or budget for you, me, people of Bougainville. Where you may hope you very much dependent on cash availability too next year. Suppose you may got some plenty cash money, but we can move all projects for me. With other departments, only got all line projects for all. I think you may work one time. We play tap in all departments play, and then we will work together. Now we try come up with reaching me in a way that I'm ready through law independence. You know can make it about that got doubts can mindset for people like me. So with that few remarks, Madam Acting Speaker. Me too, me like simple time long on behalf of family blomina people blow sweet. Me wish me blog at a Hamas blow Christmas. Na no can make him when son me not make him. Lo look him 2026. God bless us all. Na Merry Christmas na Hamas New Year all get. Thank you.
Honorable Member for Nissan.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Long giving me opportunity look sawe lo people lumilong Nissan long contribute long appropriation bill long 2026. First time me talk thank you long executive government minister long bringing budget ikam lo parliament lo this time lo ya lo mi pla pasim na work by kamab lo region lo mi pla mi mama lo supporting budget ba mi supporting this la budget lo mi pla long next year because I think got big play impact. We look him this la budget by bringing him long service delivery, especially long sectors also health, the infrastructure. mi time mi wokim budget belong mi long submission belong 1 million belong independence ready. Mi been giving priority lo health. Nami campaign long no time to election. Nami amamas that how mi working budget nami submit him treasury and finance behind him na put him go down long budget. And exactly that's what me submit him na me been like him. Not like all previous years he been go. Even though no been got a budget consultation, which Mibla too. Mibla must make sure, government must make sure Mibla must got budget consultation. This is budget now, Mibla submit him. And ting lo Mibla members to sol. Mibla no consult him community government. We plan to consult him all sectors where by this budget affect him. One him work belong all budget priority committees. Mibla set him up. Bami go na toke mo on budget ya mi karekam. 1 million na mi burukin finish. This line of straight law way blocking budget. So before we do the budget, we have to be given time to make sure that we know the ceiling, all sectors, na program long coordinating budget compilation long budget. It must come up. I think me understand that this year you may got Madam Speaker, you may been got election, therefore it may affect him work belong work in my budget. The other thing on that, Deputy Madam Speaker, is the personal emoluments. This is the budget. I think 1/3 or 2/3 belong this is the budget. And we go along pay belong all bureaucrats of public service. Lo mimi work lo wanda. One work output long public service compared to the money which is being spent to their pay, wages. Long nisan, inuka to the public servant as I'm speaking currently. District administration boost, no proper coordination. And they report to the administration, the chief secretary, the community government secretary. We the members, we are kept, we plan to solve something only working. They have to report to us as well. Because blame all people, plenty people man lo place. Madam Deputy Speaker, boleh blame him all member all kata work. Maski work belong administration tu, boleh toko sa member no work mo. Work belong people all member. Misa start lo educate him all man lo place. Work belong people lo passing budget, work in policy, work in law lo ya. Man lo implementing budget the administration, district coordinator with the district. Ino work belong people member kambia na. Go na sana lo finance na. Local some stupid man na wait him check lo kamera set na. Follow up close to. Process belong implement him this law. 1 million budget too. It should be spelled out clearly. Whether it's under the Finance Management Act 2014, it has to go through the financial compliance there. Spell him out clearly. One empower me plagat. Because time me put him claim me go. Only talk this laman carry me go lab by sign him lab. Carry me go back lab. This la mananit lo this la program. We must spell it out clearly. Put him good financial guidelines long how lo by me spend him this la money. And now by service flow. Money by implementation of this budget they go good. Some all members all staff lawyer all no implementing because lo this law or something. You may put in budget, time me go down, administration do me plan must implement him, na work him work. Na suppose on na work him work, also me talk now, Nisan. I put it on record here that, Madam Deputy Speaker, me plan by work him samla senis. Also member of Lokokoda bin talk. Long pla time mo stable na work him work, senis him na by me look him senis. So lo Nisan, by me work him senis, lo work him, work belong public service come up. Now me go back long Christmas. Ito kima ask him legally kalibim long regional member na police minister belong give me legal money because money below ABG already. Give me legal money na me go clean him district. Woke only clean up lab na man to bami clean him district to clean him na implementation bol projects by come up. Send him man, put him man go. So me talk lo disla. Na nara plus something. Why me talk lo personally emoluments long retirement long public servants. Time only reach him retirement age only finish. Long Nisan constituency belum mi experience him Plenty only retire mall, previous retirement, now this la retirement exercise gani come up. Plenty finish. The problem is, only no put him new plan money go. This doesn't affect the ceiling of the emolument budget. I mean, not affect him because you need to replace it, but the thing is, government don't plan him. Only no put him new plan money go back, send him this la HEO only rouse him. Tu plan HEO now go, mi plan no HEO. Time no got HEO, only to call say mouse bagarap. Last year, me use him constituency money, me work him staff house, new plus staff house HEO. Me talk him district coordinator, find him HEO. Now district coordinator, me take him close to, by go 2 years now, find him HEO. House me block him, nice blouse, mattress, you talk lo, tiles, all cooking utensils, all get something go, genset. I think clothes or something me plan to put him. All get something on now me waiting HEO yet. Me talk him health minister. So this la something why me talk long mem lo side lo budget lo ola retirement. Time all retire man lo Nissan all must put him back replacement long me go back. I hope that personal management minister or public service minister takes note of that as well. Another plus something, me looking lo budget we miyama mas longem. Ikat budget longa or rural strip. I think tu pla main rural strip lo milo. Bougainville longa buin na lo Nissan. Thank you misawe bagat luksawe kam lo. Strip lo Nissan lo disla torokina tu. Thank you, sir. Me am Master Islam, Minister of Finance, lo ipla capture him. Nara plus something first time me look him. Ika ton pla university, you me capture him lo budget. First time in budget, I think. This next year. Thank you, lo look sabe lo disla. This is a big need that Bougainville needs. Human resource capacity. Capacity building blow me. When we are going towards independence, you must get university blow me yet. Time we got good housing. You must get good university. Lo salim ol begin ni go na ol go kisim sabe. Nakam na build him nation blow me pla. So thank you lo capture him lo budget. This la me. I think this la that's all. Na last pla turu people lo misindaw na Deputy Madam Speaker. Mi support him call blonga member blo halia ago go Honorable Sawa that government blumipla now we must decide executive government our good president and the Minister of Finance talk back one time good la Minister blumipla lo police the regional member. It's only one people that we are saving. Bougainville. Special Intervention Fund, suppose you got disappearance where court cases stop. Whether this government is right or the honorable regional member, and me looking more one where how the money is being used. One of them can blame game, you me come. People's lives are being affected. Let's come to a round table. Straight them outside no. You may talk na me finish him. Na me 7 people lo mi bla. You may no got time. 2026. Next year 2027. Ba mi bla declare him independence. Thank you, Miss Abe. This love I solve. Na mi bla ba go forward. Na achieve dream lo mi bla. We only have one dream. That is independence. And I know all our national leaders, all of us the leaders here. You make out on ting ting that's all. Thank you. One time this la. Deputy Madam Speaker, we wish you all get members. Good luck, Merry Christmas na New Blah 2026. Thank you.
Honorable President.
Thank you. Milakilo, thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Then Milaktok, thank you, Honorable Junior Chamalil, who comes down long pencil side, long look, this budget priority debate long mipla. Otherwise, all in all, Milak clear him sample areas which tupla member raising long this flow. Firstly, Milak also me fully support him this la, you support him na yumigo, and I need lo recurrent. It's the obligation of the national government long funding the recurrent come inside. Law long Bougainville peace agreement emi talk long the system of governance. So lo here minoga talk long recurrent yuklo come inside. Even though RDG gamani noga talk RDG time sa come inside Ministry of Finance want them online also plan him and also put him out you go. RDG Arias and now you make a talk long him. RDG Arias and this la constitutional money where peace agreement allow him long Bougainville use him. You may get Prime Minister's commitment, then you may get internal revenue. And I need the Prime Minister's commitment as per the JSB resolution. Mipla bin look na toko right, JSB bin toko right long. Mipla by retire me come long RDG Arias. The last JSB mipla one bell one time, but number long yumi long come up in this understanding. At the same time, yumi got a judicial system where a mistap long. Justice can be prevailed. So, some time by me talk also, Mr. Tokim now Vice President also, me come outside long lawyer. Now me play bring him the autonomous Bougainville government within the framework of the national constitution, amended of the Part 14. So me like you me clearly this la. Let him you me move towards long how accountability can be processed. Mila put him out again. Long way we should be made accountable. Long all get a line yumi. Even firstly long administrative arrangement. Then you go down long all RDG, RDS, Prime Minister's commitment. It's all there. It's all captured. It's how best we can capture. Money one kind of got one money where red or black or green or blue. Money come underneath long terminology where you may call him name, but commitment is very important. Me like to also me look sabe lo Prime Minister's commitment. So last JSB me play resolve mosem long JSB. At the same time, me like to thank you lo Prime Minister. Long me look sabe lo call long gaman lo Bougainville long kisim loan. Me like to sabe long the House of Representatives. Finance Minister Moklo walk long facilitating this la one time National Treasury so that you make some soft loan. Me sabe less some time lo talk lo money. Lo apaste time Finance Minister lo talk one pla line lo Facebook and me chop him out na emi talk bilas. Or some na asta me walking on the bold statement. Me talk also by June we will open Panguna mine. I don't care how much it will take. Me no like in Australia, you come on the geopolitical agenda blow you. I don't like it. Even the national government, me no like you come on the geopolitical agenda blow you. Big plus something me like long, bringing me come long forward long. You me, all get the line is I talk also. You make lo beg lo papa on again. We are not beggars. We are not beggars. So me making this a bold statement. Lo talk also, thank you, Prime Minister, long giving me this opportunity. Long last conference, long Sydney conference, Prime Minister, allude more, you go inside long operations, long mining, and me talk also, You like Tok lo mining block Panguna, now Naraplap, you go back lo Bougainville. So I think the leadership is focused. One time focus belong leadership lo autonomous Bougainville government, but the law must prevail. Let him law guide me, na guarantee me. That's why I meet Sem. Lo last Tok Blomilo speech, me Sem. If the court finds out underneath long part 14 of the national constitution and me give him this structural arrangement of the autonomous Bougainville government, if the court me look him and talk also, no God, this la money and by Golsem, let him court decide. And then this government is chaotic. What will we do if this government will be chaotic? What will this government mean to us if saying that 15 to 20,000 lives have been lost? What does it mean to us? That system of governance, you know, and me bring him, me come inside long context, long amendment. The significance of the autonomous Bougainville government, apart from autonomous Bougainville government long India, long Aceh, Philippines, you may come inside long Naraplahab. The significance part of it is the amendment of the Part 14. Me like you me clear on him. Me like you me no can long. That is the significance. Okay, the Parliament now will move forward to ratify. If it ratifies and says no, then there is a constitutional blunder. You uphold him constitution below you. You not look sabe the constitution below you. So Bougainville will prevail, will go towards the pathway of our constitution-making process. So you become up a Republican nation moving forward. Me like you me clear this la. So Parliament me talk no God, worry blongen. And me talk him me also. Fake Parliament lo Papua New Guinea. And me work him amendment lo Part 14 long fake constitution of Papua New Guinea. Me like you me clear long. You make clear now you may move forward. If they say no, long ratification, long 97.7, we will move ahead. Panguna by my opinion by June next year. So that you may not can cross number long you may lo yellow talk long money. Even the Facebook people, me like warning you. Me like warning you na me talk also by you looking that talk long me play lo Bougainville, me play yok long movie go inside the law lo talk long something where you give him me play something where national constitution you took right now you look savvy now you give him this autonomous Bougainville government. Otherwise it will be a fake autonomous Bougainville government. Me like you me clear lo this la. Me like you me clear this now and we move forward. You may not can talk long money. Let's approve this budget and we move on. You may endorse him Olgata, Larim JSB resolutions Olgata. You got roadblocks settling, but me like talk lo you me long last plus 2 plus speaker it will talk long accountability. Accountability of 1 million. Finance Minister, suppose you me going to sell next year. This 100 million goes to all the constituency members will be channeled to go inside long or community government. It is the only implementing mechanism. Mila put him also. There's a statement Mioklo working apart from this year's 1 million. By next year's 1 million, you may channel me go down long the community government. So that you may look him hand long the implementing mechanism throughout the Bougainville, which is the community government. Larimali working more. I think me clearing me yet na me like to call them. I think Bougainville is totally committed. Tok la tupla member, long walkabout me one time regional member. I think we are plain and clear. We do not have any personal ambitions. Me one time the Prime Minister and Junior Chamalili, it's all according to what has been proposed under the amendment of Part 14. So when I'm kind of approach me by kisim, na me by move forward. But means are like talk long money. True me have less. Because we produce nothing. The last 15 years, you may put him on good plan man long come inside here long come up him internal remedy, they have failed. Only failed. Long 21 million, he come inside 52 million. And last time, trauma ni sira gamani, walking nikli come. Now me like bring him come inside trauma masat gamani come inside, so that you make him part of what we should be owing to all our public servants. Mila talk also, mila commend all public servants, all get a line long mipla. I totally commend you despite long work you come up. Our police service, mila commends you. But next year, mila set him up a security system. Mina like one money interfere. I will set up the security system because no one is complying. Nothing is happening. Arawa is chaotic. The police is chaotic. Samna mi put him police minister belong yumi. The last time I talked to him, hey, looks up along ministry belong me. I talk well, I don't care. We have to move on. So by next year, me put him a good security system in place. Last time me bring him Sea Shepherd, he come inside. It's being politicized. Why? Neston command you can politicize him, Sea Shepherd. Because online ba mipla long atolls, online ba mipla long atolls, you can look him also between Cartwright, igol sam long Nuguria, ikamosem long Modlock. O katan ba looking mosem big plus city lo hap. Also still within the 3 nautical miles. That's why me engage him more. But they will be returning soon after all compliance is being met. But me talk again. Please, regional member, you take this. Consider him this lah. Me like lo sabi more people blow you me lo here. Na me talk also, I think the Sea Shepherd must be returned. He come inside. And I need long walk you me walk him so. And I need a new security arrangement system. Me propose him come inside apart from the police. Me no like all money. Bring him nose long only come inside. I am really steadfast. I'm moving forward because Panguna mine will be open. Today in the morning, Miki Simon Pla taxi come long one pla man who said him say, Bagara be me of Facebook. And I said, President, we are with you. We will open Panguna mine. And me talk to him, thank you. I saw what you didn't see. I meant to say what you didn't see. But today you saw what I saw. It's the future of our people. And future of Bougainvillea. Let's give them this opportunity. And I need to recurrent. Mipla put him 20 million you go inside. Long budget, long RDG, which has not been activated. He come inside long this year, even next year, 20 million the house. Many like talk like this lah. We like me play come up him own money blow you me, and then we deal with everything. All money go lap blow you me, all papa niggas go lap blow you me. Let that love be the love for themselves. Let that love, if they procrastinate our time, let what comes out of the word of the mouth be the challenge to them. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Member for Haku.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Me too, me like contribute like long budget debate long tetela morning. Me talk a mass long presentation long Minister of Treasury and Finance long our stay. Thank you too, lo giving me pla lick opportunity lo go through long night. Na me look na me by confine him. Tok blame long. This la 1 million kina component law development budget where Yumi by affecting Yumi, although Yumi got some problem and stuff, but I think Emi Goodpla also President talk. Emi Goodpla lo Yumi look na try him strategize na find him sampla Goodpla road long come up him good this pla kind all impending problem, you may face him of financial situations play me. So me like go through lo sampla all this la lick talk na me voice him in oblong aku constituency that's all, but across the board long all constituencies because we know best where we are positioning ourselves, particularly with the limited 1 million kina that we have been given. So me like express him deep concern for me regarding the allocation of the 2026 constituency development budget for constituencies. While I acknowledge and appreciate the equal disbursement of 1 million kina to each constituency, I must respectfully raise the issue that less than 250,000 kina of constituency allocations have been directed towards the priority projects that we had not submitted, or we had submitted, had not submitted for. For instance, me Tok lo case for me, I have a 5-year strategic development plan where Mivin Basim allocations below me, and this plan was jointly developed by my people, na Montem Mipla, na Miple I Woklo Displa. At the back of that plan, Miple got all annexes where we talk long what we will do in the next 5 years and then roll out in each year. So, me like clear him Displa. So, some of these allocations fall significantly short of expectations. For instance, Minister, and me talk finish long anya, me even like him also M1 million kina, but me got a popular major projects which is actually aligned to the 6-point strategy of the President, not to aligned to my 5-year strategic development plan, where suppose me allocate him 250,000 kina each, and by yielding far greater impact along all the people he feel him, na he look him. Me like talk also him. This is the common language that is spoken by our rural Bougainvilleans. Me like clear him display. Okay, on top mo yet long and now. These projects were carefully selected to address the most pressing needs of my people and our people, and aligned respectively, as I mentioned, on this. So these are education, we prioritize them according to our priorities. Education, ME1+, which is a social sector, including health. Long education, me walk lo talk also. This should yield greater impact, long improving access, long quality learning, not too long sanapim or institution or infrastructure where we address increasing population of our students. So in this plan, is very, very important. Therefore, we must have resources. Narapla, equally very, very important in health sector. And this plan, long strengthening rural health services and facilities which are spent. We spent a long, lengthy discussions on the presentation of the Minister for Health yesterday. I think I'm all good for discussions. So, number 2, number 3, economic development. Again, number 2, 6-point strategy of the President, where the bulk of our rural population are seriously affected in cyber economy. And I'm talking agriculture. We talk agriculture where 90% of our land as customary land. Na tu we talk how much lo former lands minister lo look save lo display. So it calls for long talk save lo people lo mimi lo preem up ground long all long government ABC government he can make him want him something long end now only partner lo display. So in display we promote him display. So it's supporting livelihoods, supporting SMEs, supporting agriculture productivity in alignment to the President's second 6-point strategy. Narapla, long enabling infrastructure. You may talk long for feeder roads, you may talk long ring roads, for our people to actually reap a greater benefit from what they grow. By feeder road, you must good pla past them, behind only come long good pla road. So, me play look savelo disla. So upgrading all these roads, water supply, communication networks, airstrips and airports, and wharves. And display all enabling infrastructures long come up him strong. Display generating this economy, rural Bougainville economy. And of course, all these things cannot happen without strong law and order. So it requires enhancing community policing and justice mechanisms. Okay, regrettably, while some of these sectors are marginally represented in the current allocation, they are severely underfunded. Others, such as the economic sector and law and order, are entirely underfunded. This fragmented approach, allocating trips and drops across multiple areas, risks diluting the impact of our development efforts and undermines the strategic intent and the constituency development framework. Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, sorry. Lo displa, emi important true long look lo displa. So I understand also that the 2025 ABG general elections may have disrupted the budget preparation process, dictating and affecting budget shortfalls. This shortfall should not be used as an excuse. Mr. Speaker, Finance Minister, my argument is that we consider funding at least 4 projects with our 1 million kina at 250,000 kina each, so that they may yield strong economic impact and we are given. So, however, the lack of thorough consultation with constituency leaders has resulted in allocations that do not reflect the actual priorities and development needs of our communities. This disconnect threatens to erode public confidence in our governance processes and also hampers our collective goal of equitable and inclusive development. Minister, in light of these concerns, I respectfully propose the following. The reassessment of allocation, a review of the current budget breakdown to ensure alignment with the constituency submitted priorities as we progress expenditure commencing in January 2026. Number 2, flexibility in implementation. If I understood it in your speech yesterday, as suggested in your budget speech, I urge the Minister to allow greater leniency in the spending process to enable members to reallocate funds in a way that maximizes impact and responds to real-time community needs. Number 3, improved consultations mechanisms. Establish a more robust and transparent consultation process in future budget cycles to ensure constituency voices are meaningfully incorporated. Honorable Finance Minister, our people deserve a budget that reflects their aspirations and addresses their challenges. I remain committed to working collaboratively with your department to ensure that the 2026 budget delivers tangible and transformative outcomes for our communities. I respectfully submit my contributions with great confidence in your capacity as the Minister for Treasury and Finance. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Me like contribute long. Give him some ting na look low budget lo yumi 2026 appropriation bill. First time me give him look sabi lo Minister, lo Finance. Thank you, lo present him this lo budget. I talk thank you to long officer of Finance, the Treasury, na budgeting officers. Thank you lo work, you make him day in, day out. long kamapim this budget blo yumi lo 2026. Mi sabe, na imi olga tay sabe, yumi got big challenges through yumi wok lo face him long financial constraint, money short, yumi waiting money. No matter how smart we can contribute long olo ting na tok. But still we will fall short long finance. Simply because lo planti recents yumi sabe longen. One pla yumi can sabe big plakat lo budget blo yumi kam lo national government. Big plakat. Let me truly say this budget is funded by the national government. The national government give him, yumi alright. Temoli lo pasiman blong. Bay mi tok wanem. Bay mi round him tok go ikam tasol. Madam Deputy Speaker, long constituency blomi, this la 1 million, mi play put him going to lo budget and constituency planning committee blomi sit down. Mi na office blomi make him, committee government sit down. Ani to instruction blong parliament, lo yumi set him up all constituency planning committee. I've set up mine and they're in operational. And whatsoever blong tauni datin put system lo budget. Ang committee gamani make him na mi sit down no sem chairman na mi look long only make him long like na ting long all. You know like blow me stop inside lo display. Minister of Finance, please take note. There was a 620,000 for the 1 million last year was drawn out by the former member, and I no sabe this plamoni am stop way. Since we come inside just before the election, and after the election, that money was accessed by the former member. Na no sabe am stop way. No consultation has been made. He has never come to the committee government or even approached me. Na kam tok lo milo this was 620,000 kina. Mino sabe usa through lo finance, lo compliance. He allow him this kind big money. Lo be raised in a private entity, I should say, where people would put no sabe. This is the sort of attitude that is pulling us down. That is why we are not seeing any transformation inside Longol constituency, Bloyumi. I'm here standing here in this house, me like talking people about town that inputs. Under my leadership, no money, no one will play around with your money. Despite all these challenges that we are facing, maski mi sot lo money, all honorable members, as long as time mi sot lo money, I must get marasin no housing. Time money sick, I'm go pani marasin no housing. Education sector, I must run. All pikinini blow mi must kisim education. Work policy must run. Thank you, Minister of Finance, long highlighting in Salo statement blow about lo here that 3 sectors and budget look la concentrate long in. Thank you very much. People too must understand in Yumi. We are faced with so many challenges long finance na lo money side. Understanding government blow you, understanding member blow you. Long situation, you may work lo go long in. That is why me too me support him. President lo statement and me make him haste. Long reopen him panguna mine. That mine has to be reopened. Whether they like it or not, it has to be reopened. One plus something me like looking inside the budget too. He must clearly spell out all the state-owned enterprises. How much money only make him? He must come up to the budget. You know can generalize him no here. So she come up with 1.500 kina, enough, money. Me like look him, all entity blogaman, he will make him mas money.
No can karamapi maninit long internal revenue. It must be specified emiet. Taxes must come emiet. One time this last plaligik tok blomi. Minonap tok planti. Me support in this budget. That you may pass in this budget. Again, me talk. Whatever situation that we are going through, at least you must get marasin blow saving you me. At least education blow picking it.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And before I do take an opportunity to contribute to this Honorable House on the 2026 budget, I firstly would like to take this opportunity to congratulate each and every one of you in this Honorable House. Forgive me, I was not able to be present when we had our first session, but I believe several of our national MPs were present in the time of your assumption into this Honorable House. So I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the responsibility of your people for us to collectively drive and develop to the aspiration of our people and the intent that we have with complete resolute to stand behind our president to ensure the 97.7 becomes a reality and we become a sovereign nation. Madam Speaker, there has been much been spoken of in regards to the financial matters between the Office of the Regional Member and our good ABG. And I would like to place on record to our general public, to our people of Bougainville, that firstly, the matter is before the courts. And I do not wish to expound on the matter, but to give confidence to our people that this is a matter in which leaders are resolving. And I want to appreciate our President for having the leadership and the executive government also for their continuous support in seeking to have full clarity on the matter. And I must place it on record that this matter, I did reach out to our good executive government, and they've taken note for us to resolve before it goes to court. I also appreciate the President in his wisdom giving clarity that he also wanted the process to go before the third arm of government, which is the judiciary, because we as legislators, in our wisdom of God, the people have given us the mandate, we create laws, and the appropriate arm of government that interprets laws is the judiciary. And so I want to appreciate the executive government of the ABG and President in their wisdom to seek clarity further. They've reached out to the third arm. And this also calls for us in the autonomous region for us to be fully functioning as a nation. We have fulfilled the bureaucratic, the executive arm. We have fulfilled the legislative arm. But I encourage this House, we must fulfill the third arm, which is the judiciary, so that we can resolve all matters, including commercial engagement that we may have into the future. It must be resolved in Bougainville and not in Papua New Guinea. And so with this backdrop, Madam Deputy Speaker, I also want to congratulate you and appreciate the people of South Bougainville for giving you the mandate to serve the women's interest in this honorable House. Madam Speaker, I rise to address this budget in a constructive and respectful spirit, mindful of the physical constraints under which the autonomous Bougainville government presently operates, and conscious of the collective responsibility we bear to strengthen our institutions as our autonomy continues to mature to being a sovereign nation. Madam Speaker, the central issue before this House today is not the magnitude of Bougainville's development needs, nor the good faith or the intentions of the executive. Rather, it is whether the structural foundations of this budget provide sufficient legal clarity, physical discipline, and institutional protection for this Parliament, the executive, and the public service who we have entrusted for implementation. Madam Deputy Speaker, budgets are not merely expressions of policy or aspirations. They are instruments of law. The manner in which public funds are recognized, classified, appropriated, and accounted for determines whether decisions taken in good faith are also sustained and protected in law, Deputy Speaker. In recent years, our budget documents have tended to aggregate funds of differing legal character, confirmed grants, conditional commitments, reappropriations, and indicative or anticipated sources under the broad revenue headings. While such an approach may be understandable in a traditional system, it can give rise to legal ambiguity, where expenditure is appropriate as though all funds carry the same legal certainty and authority. Madam Deputy Chair, Bougainville operates within a distinct constitutional and physical framework established under the Bougainville Peace Agreement. We remain substantially reliant on the national government. Transfers while steadily developing our own source of revenue capacity. In this context, Madam Speaker, legal clarity is not a technical preference, it is a necessity. Where the legal status of funds is not clearly distinguished at the point of appropriation, uncertainty can arise later in interpretation, reporting, and accountability. This in turn, Madam Chair, exposes institutions and office holders to avoidable risk and places unnecessary pressure on the courts to resolve matters that should properly be settled through sound budget architecture and legislative discipline. Madam Chair, national government funding provided to the Bougainville is appropriated by the National Parliament under the National Appropriations Act and remains subject to constitutional requirements for accountability, audit, and reporting. While this House recognizes the capacity constraints and traditional challenges faced by the administration, the timely preparation, audit, and tabling of financial statements remain fundamental pillars of our public trust, fiscal credibility, and legal certainty. Madam Deputy Speaker, our jurisdictions including the national government itself. Let me rephrase that, Madam Speaker. Other jurisdictions, including the national government itself, have over time developed practical fiscal instruments such as a fiscal strategies, conservative revenue assumptions, cash flow planning, and warrant systems that provide useful reference points as Bougainville continues to strengthen its own public financial management framework. Madam Deputy Chair, the way forward need not to be contentious. This House can, Madam Speaker, in a cooperative and constructive manner, support the improvement by progressively requiring the tabling of the Bougainville physical strategy, a clear and transparent money plan outlining expected inflows and outflows, explicit legal classification of revenue sources at the point of appropriation, and regular reporting and auditing in accordance with applicable laws. Madam Deputy Chair, in doing so, we do not weaken the executive, but we strengthen it. More importantly, we strengthen this Parliament, protect our public servants, safeguard our ministers and members, and reinforce the integrity of autonomy where we are collectively building. Madam Deputy Chair, I commend these observations to the House in the spirit of institutional strengthening, legal certainty, and responsible self-government. Madam Deputy Chair, as we approach our Christmas season, I extend my sincere Christmas greetings to you all, Madam Speaker, to all our honorable members of the House, to our public servants who continue to serve us with dedication. I also convey warm Christmas wishes to all our people right across our beautiful Bougainville, including our people of Atolls, and not forgetting our families that are living in Greater Papua New Guinea and also abroad. I wish them all a blessed Christmas. May this season be one of peace, reflection, and renewed unity. I continue to affirm my position to collaborate with this House, the executive, and institutions in the year ahead to deliver our shared responsibilities and aspirations for the people of Bougainville to the 97.7 which we all serve. Madam Speaker, lastly, to reply to our President's request, I want to appreciate Honorable Amanda Masono, Minister, recently being in Port Moresby to receive a funding allocation which we receive annually from the National Fisheries Authority. They have also allocated a fast vessel that is en route to Bougainville that will be used for policing and that will serve our greater atolls to better police our waters. That in itself, I did echo our appreciation to the Minister and the national government for that support. So me finish long talk. All people below me usat istaplo Facebook. Leaders below you me pla sana one time. Tok below me pla and tok below leaders. Me pla woklo stretching mo about below you me so that you me all gata by come up long this la like below you pla puti mat long em. Me pla leaders woklo reconstruct na banisim wok about long this la government. Na wok about below you me some people. Peace long big money can stop on them you me. This la Christmas na you me protect him. Walk about below you me. Igolong 2027. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Long marking more people below me, long Wisai constituency. Now on behalf of Ministry below me, Department of Police, na Correctional Service, long participate in silent debate on this important 2026 budget. Firstly, Madam Speaker, me like giving big thank you long Finance and Treasury Ministry Minister, now all hard-working budget officers belong them, the department belong them, no provide him this budget come down this honorable house. Me like to thank you too, no President, na Bougainville Executive Council, long give him blessing you on this budget by tabling in Parliament. Long talk long debate long na gradually pass him this budget from 2026. Now me ask him this house support him this budget. Me like him look sabe too. Now acknowledge him presence belong regional minister, member belong Yumi, minister belong police, minister belong police, the national government, Honorable Peter Samuel Jr. Madam Deputy Speaker, first, me like walking some comment long ministry, police, na CS. Me got big hamamas on this government, and me allocate him good money go long police, na correctional service, especially police. Long here me looking long budget na me hamamas headquarter command center. And mixing 5 million, 5.4 million, where we got an increase of 1.6 million from last budget, 2025. Now command centers, no Northern Command, na Central Command, na Southern Command, all two only got increased on budget long all from the last 2025 budget. Along all community auxiliary police, or now only call him all PEPs, Bougainville Auxiliary Police. This is a budget long all, long pay long all, 2,575,000, and we got increased from 75,000 kina long em. How much long this la? But me like talk on top long this la me like him. Or is the line too, you must look long on because currently, honorable members of Osibla no sabe, or is him 200 kina long month. Now this la long yet administrate, but Nibla must untapping the paper long all. Long capacity building, 500,000. Long post-referendum police training, 400,000. Infrastructure development, 2 million. All this la emol good plus sign long good la budget long police na. Me like to call them lo hierarchy long Bougainville Police Service. Me looking more them you may not got more excuse. This la budget and is sufficient enough long work long em long improving standard long policing inside long Bougainville. Honorable Deputy Speaker, na Honorable House. Also Minister, me work long now got big tinting. Long one immediate need, long halibim more regular police, long law and order situation below Yumi, long tribal centers below Yumi, Northern, Central, and Regional, South. Me like me got tintin long Kamabim town ranges. Me like also more town council must take in lead, long Pamibla Kamabim or town ranges inside long Buka, long Arawan, and long Buin. Me walk long walking on the policy statement, you go long BEC, long Disla. Now long Disla, me like ask him or Sam, you got time this like come up, me bla by sing out, you go long you bla members, long one constituency, long support him, long ship him some money,
Because all town rangers supposed to be working, and me yet by look out him more, one time more, town authority, the town council or line. We'd like to talk to them, Madam Deputy Speaker. Correctional Service, this department, Emi workload staff yet and it long function, below national government, or same Namino Saxim Basset or same Bougainville Police Service. Now, me like talk long here or same Basset long law and justice sector must try and best long help him or line accordingly. Long needs long all, or he must help him more. Correctional Service too, or the funding of 2 million long all prison facilities long Baikut na Kuberia. Now, me like talk also, Madam Speaker, Madam Deputy Speaker. Long government blow you me, that is the Honorable House. Me looking more some, every time now, long concentrate, now giving priority long correctional service, especially the Kuberia sale. Because me looking more some, policy cannot, court can sentence him man. That's what probably put him away. That is why Kuberia must come up hurry up. So 2 million you put in on budget, long go on Baikut na Kuberia prison facilities. Me like him also, and by Kuberia na this Kuberia must come up. All members, long Azkaban Torau, na Ivo Torau, walk one time me, don't give him clearance. Me like Toksabel on this Parliament too. Deputy Madam Speaker, also MOA, or signing this one and Leonas are all good. Don't let him this project, why go ahead. Now tomorrow by me, this afternoon by me got meeting one time, all said, Usat, already ready to fund him this Kuberia prison. So, police, correctional service, report, me hamamas long budget, long all. Long constituency, me like to call them long constituency, and new black constituency, which I constituency, me hamamas long budget, me kisim long this constituency too. Now, number one, Independence Ready Support Program. This program, maski short time, maybe nablo sinan one time chair lady, vice chairman, manager, long community government, blomilo wisai. Now, me blabin all of the one and something established on this Independence Ready Support Program. And all this stuff on it on this 6 benchmarks. Now, we've been working one time more, or some more members talk. So, me like him also to all community government funding long all too, we must come up. Now, only work long allocating 30,000 long all. Not only administration long all way. Me looking more same, me don't have. Suppose you know happen, you must ready long. Or by making me fight long, sing out long me blah. All the constituency members. We start junior high school, mixing 1 million long and me talk, thank you. Long is junior high school. You got road infrastructure, we're mixing 1.3 million long and me like talk we say, and me last place. You got line stop long hinterland long we say, or have a carry more diamond, sick man, or cargo long all, now all the materials, and you go on top of the mountain, I go down. So me thank him this government, long allocate him this money on me. 2024 budget, Madam Deputy Speaker, long this 1 million, Madam Speaker.